To Quetta, Pakistan, where the Taliban senior leaders known as the Quetta Shura are based.
Was any action ever taken against them?
Not against Quetta Shura, never.
The U.S. could have taken action against senior Taliban
They can
leadership.
take action tomorrow.
They still can.
Of course.
And they don't.
They don't. That's why I say the surge is not addressing the fundamental question. What do you do with sanctuaries in Pakistan?
Congressman Mike Rogers is chairman of the House Intelligence Committee that helps oversee all of America's intelligence agencies. Rogers also confirmed what Amrullah Saleh said about the Taliban senior leaders operating from Quetta, Pakistan.
No doubt about it, for far too long. It was one of those, I think, arranged trade-offs for other bits of cooperation. And remember, this is this.
So the U.S. knew that and accepted
it. You've been there, I've been there. It is a difficult place to operate under any circumstances.
When we went to the front lines in eastern Afghanistan last summer, we found U.S. commanders there shared Amrullah Saleh's concerns about Pakistan. They told us that as fast as they kill their enemy, they're replaced with new fighters pouring over the border in a seemingly endless supply.
Most of the people we are fighting are from Pakistan.
And of course, for arresting the Taliban Leadership Council in Quetta, you don't need a military operation. You just go and soft knock their safe houses and arrest them. The entire Afghan leadership is hoping that the civilian administration in Pakistan be able to bring the security forces under its control.
The president's counter-terrorism chief also seemed to point the finger at Pakistan.
I think it's inconceivable that bin Laden did not have a support system in the country that allowed him to remain there for an extended period of time.
Right under the noses of the military, who always denied having links to Al-Qaeda, was where its figurehead, America's most wanted man, was finally found and killed. Not in a cave, not in the remote tribal borderlands, but here in the comfort of this enormous high-security compound. So Pakistan, as well as the US, faces a heightened security threat. Up to 1,000 demonstrators turned out in the southwestern town of Quetta, chanting death to America. We want to say to the world that with Osama bin Laden's martyrdom, the jihad is not finished. Every member will be like bin Laden and become a danger for America and the infidel world. Elsewhere, there may be doubts over bin Laden's heroic status, not here.
The balance of power has changed drastically. Maybe you're not in that position anymore.
जो न्यूक्लियर बैलेंस है वो बहुत जबरदस्त डिटरेंट होता है और उसकी आप फिक्र ना करें. बैलेंस पावर ऐसे चेंज नहीं हुआ करते. और दूसरा जो अफगानिस्तान में आपकी पोजीशन इंशाल्लाह जल्द बहुत इंप्रूव कर जाएगी क्योंकि एक फ्रेंडली अफगानिस्तान आपको इंशाल्लाह मिल जाएगा.
The Haqqani Network, for one, acts as a veritable arm of Pakistan's Internal Services Intelligence Agency.
Defense Secretary Leon Panetta, the former CIA director, out of patience.
We cannot tolerate having terrorists coming across the border, attacking our forces, killing our soldiers, and then escaping back into that safe haven. That is not tolerable.
Mr. Zaid Ahmed, of course there's always this talk about the Pakistani establishment meddling in Afghanistan, and it has been for so many years. Others may say that there cannot be smoke without fire because Pakistan needs to keep in close contact with the Taliban when the US withdrawal begins.
You see, at Pakistan, since 1975, since even before pre-Soviet invasion days, ISI has been very active in Afghanistan. The entire anti-Soviet resistance was built, created, orchestrated, managed, led by ISI. Afghanistan has historically remained an integral part of Pakistan. We speak the same language, the Pashtuns live on this side, the Pashtun this side. Saying that ISI is involved or meddling in Afghanistan is a ridiculous statement in the sense that ISI has a strategic stake, Pakistan has a strategic stake, and we have always been in contact because of the Pashtun tribes that live on both sides of the border, and Taliban are Pashtuns. ISI does not have any strong contacts in Tajiks, Uzbeks and Hazaras. The fact, because those communities don't exist in Pakistan in terms of Pakistani nationalities.
There's a big joke, in the army, in the regular army, that is that, many of the ISI officers are more Taliban than the Taliban. Now, there's an ideological commitment there. There's a religious commitment there. There's a great feeling of anti-Americanism.
The ISI has allegedly been involved in drug running, political assassination and state-sponsored terrorism. It was the ISI who helped guide the Taliban to power in Afghanistan. And while Pakistan may officially have signed up with America's war on terrorism, it appears the ISI has other ideas.
I am at ISI. If it continues, I will probably go back to Afghanistan to stand with them and to fight with them, because it's a moral question. There's a genocide of the citizens going on.
It is the agenda of certain retired generals who then make and break governments to get their favorites appointed in the ISI and even to some extent in the judiciary and the civil administration, and then they work through these to turn Pakistan into a theocracy.
Yet another anti-American rally. Plenty of colour and movement for the vast foreign TV hall. The cameras don't record the fact that most of these displays are engineered by extremist groups, funded and controlled by the ISI. The question is who, if anyone, has control of the so-called hidden government. But as the Americans continue their war on terror, they may well be asking themselves, with friends like the ISI, who needs enemies?
Suspected Islamist militants have opened fire on a group of Pakistani Shiites in the town of Quetta, killing at least 8 people and wounding 15 others. The Shiites were in a park when they were attacked, and the raiders fled soon after.
खूनी वाक़े में बेरहम अफराद ने लोकल बस के अंदर बैठे 14 मेहनतकशों को हदफ बनाकर मौत के घाट उतार दिया.
Gunmen riding on a motorcycle killed 8 Shiite Muslims this weekend in southwest Pakistan. Officials say the assailants opened fire on a car, killing 6 people. Minutes later, they shot and killed 2 more people in a rickshaw. The drive-by shootings took place in the city of Quetta, in a province bordering with Iran and Afghanistan.
कोयटा के इलाके अख्तराबाद में नामालूम अफराद की फायरिंग से 9 अफराद जा बहक.
एक और बदतरीन वाक़या आज सुबह पेश आया.
दहशतगर्दों ने बस में सवार 13 अफराद को चुन-चुन कर मार दिया.
कोयटा में आज फिर हजारा कम्युनिटी के लोग दरिंदगी का निशाना बने. बस में सवार अफराद को गोलियों से भून कर रख दिया गया.
Incidents of terrorist attacks on Hazara community have taken place in Balochistan this year. April 6, 5 people were killed in firing incident near Hazar Gunji. May 6, several people were killed and several wounded when unidentified terrorist attacked Hazara graveyard in Western Bypass in Quetta. May 18, 6 people were killed in an attack on a vehicle near Hazar Ganji. June 22, a Taftan-bound bus was attacked, killing 2 people. July 29, 7 pilgrims were killed when gunmen attacked their bus on Sohrab Ghot in Quetta. 30 July, a passenger van came under attacks on Sapni Road. As a result, 8 people were killed. 31st August, 14 people were killed by unknown gunmen in Gulistan town. 20th September, 30 pilgrims were killed in an attack on Taftan-bound bus in Bastung. 23rd September, 3 minors were killed in a firing incident on Saryab Road. 4th October, 13 people were killed as gunmen opened fire on a bus near Western Bypass.
Sunni Muslim militants loyal to Al-Qaeda and the Taliban regularly target members of Pakistan's Shiite minority and have stepped up attacks in recent months.